what he does. Start by matching.
Apareça aí. Agora eu vou jogar dentro. Ah, é bom. Bota firme.
Unified his mana base. Two sources in every color.
All these triples once and get hit by sub. Trying to make some sort of value play. Like another charlatan. Or that back to basics could be potentially a problem.
The patience here on Shield's side. I think there's a lot of temptation to play a card like charlatan there. Or maybe try to, abrupt decay them. I think he'll make the boost play. Then all he does is brainstorm. He can, find a force well. He feels like he's really far ahead. It's a great card. And two, he's going to set up another charlatan instead of
He can test it his way ahead. I mean, he's so far up on the resources. There's nothing too disastrous happening.
And I have to go use it again to go to that target where I'm going to have to be forced on.
And again, showing some patience here. Dave wants not to fight back. Doesn't want to pick that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there are some selected trump cards that Brian plays, like this back to basic going to drive forward. And Dave, just want to point out here, rather than making a proactive plan that last turn, he brainstormed to find this force build and opted out of force build for this fight over back to basics. We're gonna pay a price. We'll have to pick that up, but it means he doesn't get blown out by this card. And that card was really the centerpiece of Brian's game plan.
I mean, he got hit last turn. He was trying to set the whole way.
He does have a backup plan. Last card was the Force Mystic, batter spell now in hand.
But Dave Martin with Abrupt Decay, fully on the veil, Wasteland Hicken. I mean, the batter spell's not going to be easy to beat, especially without that much pressure.
He can just Liliana and plus it, and then that's the only card in Brian's hand.
Yeah, he has that window to do right now.
And I would think he'll take advantage of that. Batter spell is such a relevant card here.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough because the cards in Dave's hand are also valuable, but it seems like getting these out of the way, that's Brian's big trump in this matchup.
See there, Dave casting Liliana. Finding one mana to leave up. He wants to double up. Doesn't know if he wants more color mana or to waste Brian on the laser. Really far ahead both ways. Opting to Wasteland here is a show of strength.
I'm not a huge fan of using the Wasteland in this spot because once the batter skull is thought out right deck, there's not really anything you can do with the thin mana. And Dave with all the resources that are available to has much more to do even with a colorless land than Brian does with that turn.
Play another land, waste Brian on the Tundra. Base this card was the Abrupt Decay off the Liliana, so he got the batter spell. His remaining card is Charlotte's Age, so that's going to be the card that's going to give him more resources with which to win the game. Back to Brian, now playing off the top of the deck, again to Liliana. The grind has happened here, and Brian ended up on the wrong side of it. Liliana's down to 3.
We saw in the first game as well. When the game gets like this, it's not like Brian is hopeless, although now without a batter spell, it's pretty tough. It's just that Dave is better equipped to play this sort of game.
Exactly. This is what the high deck wants to do. It wants to run its opponents out of cards and then just continue pressing until, Charlotte's Agent does exactly that. Charlotte's Agent is played from Dave, and it's into Ancestral Vision. 3 more, and that should just about bury this. The sea of cards now in Dave's hand to Brian's top deck.
Ancestral is the splashiest around there, but a lot of them are just fine,
Yeah, and so the Tarmogoyf if they drew up Ancestral Visions, if that's what he cascaded into, it would be almost as backbreaking.
Exactly.
I mean, he'll take the 2-3 cards, don't get me wrong.
Who would turn it down?
Right. But the Glyph is probably good enough. Liliana edicts away the Stoneforge Mystic. Brian with just 4 basics and a needle. He plays a special land, so that'll be it for the turn. And now Dave has him on what is likely a 2-turn block. Trying to brainstorm. Yeah. This will be the 3rd time he's done that number this game. Okay. Resolving 3 ancestor versions, none of which he had done. That's efficient. Yeah, I mean, that's how you want to cast the cards through that. Dave showing us that he draws 3 cards for the 3rd time. Counting him.
Tá salvando alguma coisa?
There's an enchantment and an artifact in that graveyard, so I think we might be looking at 6-7.
There's no planeswalkers in the graveyard.
It's a healthy size.
No tribal, so 6-7. When you start counting Tarmogoyf aside by exemption, that's when you know that it's going to be big.
It's hit the tipping point.
Yeah, we're going to count what's not there. Bluffing Liliana on empty hand. For a Brian to put down the 3. And Creeping Tar Pit, he does 3. Brian will draw the top card, and that will be the match for Dave Shields. So, with a minute remaining, Dave finishes in the regulation time. 2-1 defeats Brian Barkley.
Mas eu prefiro que
Not a surprising result in that matchup. 2-1 is about what I would anticipate. Brian has some tools in the matchup. Snowboard Mystic for back. Whenever the game is anything about full play the board and we're trading
mas agora eu deixei bem.
it's really hard to keep up with Charlotte's agent in such a minute. That's all there is to it.
The Charlotte Sultai deck is quite strong against these blue-white, more heavy removal control decks because they can just play card economy on it. 2 for 1, just count higher than it, get rid of all the cards. Dave executed that game plan very well, and the result of the match.
Yeah, to be that center beating you on the raw card count axis, you have to either beat them before they can generate some raw cards. Brian's like, definitely not. Or you have to sneak in some sort of card, some sort of permanent, that for whatever reason they don't line up the right way. Brian's one card matchup that's like that is Batterskull. Once that leaves his hand, he has to fight it on his game, and that's very hard to do.
Yeah, and there are a few interactions that can do that against the bug deck. Punishing Fire, Burn Willows is another thing, Legacy that sometimes just blanks the Shardless Bug engine. There are a couple tools in each deck that can do it, you know. A well-placed Mother Root sometimes can break them up as well. But you need this trump sort of thing, because if you're just going to play fair and not have an unanswerable card, they're going to get used up.
It's another reason why the combo decks and mid decks like Burn have to shoot against the deck as well, is you're ignoring their card economy because you're off on your own planet doing some sort of game. You're not about trying to attack and block and fight them. So you need to have some sort of game plan like that. If you're playing sort of a fundamental game of Magic, it's hard to beat.
That's it for our round 5 coverage. Pretty classic Magic Legacy. One treasure stab to defeated Infinite deck in. Hopefully there will be some more cruising to be done as we have 4 more rounds of Legacy for our top 8. Stay tuned here for New Jersey. Start City Games Legacy Open.
WR Mix. Não sei se ganhou o campeonato, mas não, WR.
Eu nunca chamaria de avisão. Junto de avisão, nunca. É muito fácil. É ruim. Silveira é ruim. Margul, eu acho que o Margul porque não tinha nome, né? Não tinha nome pra falar. Eu nunca faço aquela bug, fala, bug, eu acho que já tô dando. Talvez esse cara pegue pelo fato que o WR nunca teve. Então talvez o desse cara pegue. Não é muito ruim fazer esse cara. Não vi às vezes porque é muito feio de falar. Sultai, agora querendo dar nome.
Chá de sultai.
Chá de sultai. Ai, muito sultai. Chá de sultai. Eu vi agora. Não sei o
Quanto ali ele? Eu tava com 17. Agora eu posso.
Pegou o tato de uma minha, porrada no cara. Trocou por outra. Agora já vi isso, cara. O deck não fazia nada. O deck fazia nada. Fazia tag time. Perdeu uma coisa. Tag time. Pô, o meu cara decide, vai isso assim, né? Eu colocava primeiramente no topo do mundo. Eu quero que uma vez não vai falar.
Fully dominate.
Mais nada.
De default, testar o sistema, fazer tipo cruzinho aqui na tarde. Os caras estão jogando aqui.
And we are back here with the start of the game legacy of the Open New Jersey with nice on the Patrick Sullivan. Up to round 6. The last match, a pretty classic matchup. Brian Braun-Duin and Dave Shields. Dave Shields was victorious playing Charlotte. High in this matchup. Brian took 3 and 2. We have some of the other players that crossed the camera this round. Before that, we're going to take a look at some really well in the tournament. We haven't started the coverage. Look at our players to watch.
O problema é que tem gente.
At 4-1 is Dave Shields. We saw that.
Tem gente pra fazer isso.
But other players at 4 you may have heard of. Steven Mann, 4-1. Kevin Jones may be going for back-to-back wins. He is still live for top 8 at 4-1. Ross Miriam, top 4 competitor, also 4-1. Charlie Reinhardt, and his
Ou assim,
Big fan, I thought he was going to play Team Italia this weekend, which is Mardu Highlander deck. Cards up there in fantastic quality. He decides to shelf it instead for Brainstorm deck and finds himself as a 4-1.
Brainstorm is better than Mardu. I don't know what to think of that. Renew goes at 4-1 along with Casey Cassie. And Matt Costa still hanging in the mix at 3-1 and 1.
Todd Anderson, Brian Bronwyn. Quick days for them both. We saw Brian Bronwyn catch a loss last round.
Todd tried to run back to top 8 with Infect again. Said he countered a little more hostility to the deck this time around. Saw decks like Deathblade and Blue White Red Delver showing up to beat Infect today.
I think Source of Pleasure might be the was on a 2K. Kid Disruption, that's a very good recipe for getting Infect in cards despite that strategy, but you probably should see it in the next week. One of the most popular in recent weeks and months based on Tom Ross' high profile success.
Yeah, and I think without GJ, was pretty much the one that I really think is in that situation. It's not just skill stall against the deck, but it's also win condition.
Well, I've seen Tom beat Wizards on its own pretty regularly, but when it's supplemented by other cheap removal spells, then it becomes very challenging. So it can't just be a single card that you're trying to win the game with as based on individual game plan, but Wizards today is definitely one of the cards that can supplement.
We're going to go to another end of the spectrum today. We're going to have 2 decks that do not play Brainstorm facing off against each other. The first one is Alex Fichler. You may remember him as a member of our most recent Invitational top 8. He was playing Jund at the tournament. He lost in top 8 to Renew. Back again today to battle with Jund. He's going to be hitting a matchup that, by most accounts, is a difficult one for Jund.
He's playing against Mono Red Bird in the hands of Kenny Latham, and the Jund deck is not particularly fast. It has no counters. Its disruption is a couple of discard spells, but not a lot of them. So if you're not killing quickly and you're not pressuring someone's hand, very much, or with and you play a lot of non-basic, which Jund also does, it's going to be a tough matchup against him.
Definitely. Burn has stereotypically been a deck that is difficult for Jund, whether it's mid-range or control decks to be able to beat. We'll see if he can do it today. We're going to go into our match. Alex Fichler on the left, playing Jund. Kenny Latham, he is on your right as the Burn player.
And Kenny's list is, it's weird because it feels like Burn the last couple of months has coalesce into sort of a stock build at this point. And Kenny is playing 11 creature, 4 guys, 4 Eidolon, 4 Lavamancer, 4 Bolt, 4 Chain Lightning, 4 Lava Blast, 4 Ripple, playing 4 Pressure Focus.
Eu tomei. É o último eu tomei tesourinha.
Tem uns 9 meses.
I advocate is I like 4 Series Blades based on otherwise.
A gente abriu bem zeradinho do lado.
Right. Game is underway. Turn 1 for Kenny. Last one is going to be Grim Lava Man. Put out his back. Now they're using their down to 1 of 2 decks here.
Se a gente conseguir ficar mais um ano, um ano e meio, a gente...
And a Death Ray Shaman to play with finish. And Kenny.
Porra, é, tipo, aí você fode com o esquema, hein?
Você pode camarada, né?
Pode top 8.
Ainda dá. Ainda dá.
Willing to spend a lightning bolt on Death Ray Shaman to get with Grim.
Totally fine, in my opinion, given that there is a fetch land already in the graveyard. Death Ray Shaman is free threading in that spot. And the other alternative is just to say go, because you can't attack with the Lava Mancer into the Death Ray Shaman. So it's not pretty, but the hand's kind of forced, in my opinion.
If Kenny had a second land that turn, he could have folded Alex and Grim Lava Man with Death Ray Shaman as a way to kill it. But Kenny just stuck on 1 land.
But you have to keep 1 laner. Not a problem.
And he does have Eidolon of the Great Rebel and Fire Blast. And plenty of sources of damage to find 1 more land. But nothing doing so far. Spent a Rip Bolt to pass the turn back.
Alex with a heads up play here, fetching the forest. Getting your basics into play so important against Perfect Prison Front. Especially for a deck like Jud that has to get the 4 mana and it has to
See what Alex can do here. Against Bird, as a Jund deck, I would assume you're just looking for a fast clock in this matchup. Maybe something like Tarmogoyf.
Your best cards are Tomboy and Invitational. In Thorax, your best disruption against Burn because every card you hit is something. And Tomboy's your one. Sarcophadon on the other hand, not quite as good.
Yeah, he plays Sarcophadon. He does have Death Ray Shaman to go with it. And because of that, Kenny will spend his Rip Bolt getting rid of Death Ray Shaman. So 2 burn spells for 3. Neither have been pointed at Alex as of yet. He's at a healthy 18 life. So Kenny will spend another Rip Bolt.
So there are no made copies of Amazon Shinhei in this jungle, correct?
There are no guys.
Sometimes they have a made that copy and that's another way to steal a matchup.
He does have one on the sideboard. Have to see that one after game 1. But right now, game 1 actually seems like it's under control for Richler. He's hit for 2 with Star Confidant and taking the lead on life points. Mainly thanks to the fact that Kenny is still stuck on 1.
And only on the veil, the nice like Alex here too, attacking his hand. That's the source of disruption he needs.
Yeah, he discards a Bloodstained Mire. Alex is down to 1 card. If he can empty his hand, this Liliana will just be one-sided. Kenny with no shortage of cards to discard. Looks like he did discard a second Fire Blast. I doubt he was going to get to cast that one anyway.
Correct. If someone discards a Fire Blast in the spot, is a strong indication they have used that card.
Played by Kenny. It's going to go upstairs. Bird is one of the decks. They can just ignore Liliana, right?
Well, it's another thing that taxes your hand. He doesn't have to play. Now, this play I don't like from Kenny. In this spot, you're playing against John. It's a deck full of creature removal, and you're playing against Liliana as well. To me, that's Liliana fodder. All I want to do is draw spikes and bumps for the rest of the game.
Cast Eidolon of the Great Rebel is going to get edicted. That allowed Alex to spend a turn taking 0.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you would have liked him to see him just throw some burn spells, discard that Eidolon to Liliana, and keep going about his business.
Yeah, now with this Blood Braid and his Tarmogoyf, the race is on big time.
Yeah, and Alex, that was his play for the turn. So now it's a lot of power on the board, knocks Kenny down to 12, has him on a 2-turn, if not maybe a 1-turn clock.
And Alex has the ability to gain life now with this Death Ray Shaman. So all sorts of bad things.
Alex is at 15. Kenny can deal a lot of damage, but not that much. You see Price of Progress at 10. That's good for 6. Fire Blast is good for 10. He has a land. Is there a way here? I mean, he's close, right? Is there a top? He can't do it this turn, but maybe with the right top deck he could.
Yes.
Well, he has 10. He needs to deal 15. And more importantly, he has to do it through a Death Ray Shaman. It seems like he's just a little short.
It's tough. And Alex, it needs to involve something like Alex Dark Confidence and reveals the Maelstrom Pulse that has no functionality. He needs some help from Dark Confidence. Alex has been pretty fortunate so far.
He's going to cast the Price of Progress. Good play by last Manticore while Alex is tapped out. One thing you often see players do against Burn is leave up a wasteland so they can waste their own non-basics in response to this card. He's going to Fire Blast the Blood Braid out by getting rid of the rest of his land.
Yeah, the problem I have with this play is this leaves him at he's basically without hope at this point. He can't win the game in 2 turns.
Resources that he has. I'm not sure he can win the game with any of the resources that he has. So at that point, you're picking which way you can lose the game.
Sure, but at least you have some, Alex has our compound is that there could be some sequence of cards he reveals that give you a shot. If he flips over Blood Braid on his last turn, it's not possible.
Down 7 off that turn.
Kenny also should have sacrificed the air base at first because it's 2 damage on offensive cards. Not a lot to be gained by leaving the air base at the line.
Alright, and Alex pretty wisely here is going to main phase, eat a creature with Deathrite Shaman. Wants to make sure he gains that leg before Kenny draws a card. Kenny draws 1. It's not a 9-point burn spell, so game
Alex got pretty close to something he needed. He was able to play creatures that threatened Kenny enough that he was using the ability of some of his pulse tokens. And at that stage, John has a shot when you get to the spot where you're not facing down every move and every chain like you would draw, especially when you're talking about
I would go ahead and look at the player side here. Alex Finchler, this is a matchup that game 1. Typically not good for him, but he does have and he's up the game. So the big one you talked about, this is one copy from what that was G-Tank. Great in this matchup for the land game. Or is Kenny to burn Alex's creatures instead of Alex? That would surely be coming in. Also cards like Scavenging, or even the rest.
they're all excellent. There's some games where Battle Player presents a lot of creatures for Alex is the only one with creatures and Kenny is choosing that for Sheldon, where Scavenging is great. But it's always fine and sometimes it can run away from the game. The two aggressive usages there are excellent as well.
Alright, Kenny's side of the board. Burn is one of those very touchy decks. You have a sideboard, but you want to make sure you never board too much in any matchup. What is good for him here?
Well, the cards I like at the sideboard the most are things like Smash Smith Brains, Sulfuric Vortex, Searing Blood, utility that also does damage, that are still blue. Those are the best cards on the board. Kenny's sideboard is a Pyroblast, a Relevant Blast, and a Searing Blood, 2 Smash Smith Brains, 2 Sulfuric Vortex, 2 Relevant Protection, 3 Searing Red, 2 extra zones. I like 2 copies of the Relevant because they're basically great if you're playing against Tarmogoyf and Deathrite Shaman. So those are easy to bring in. And I like the 2 copies of Searing Blood as well to play against creature base. It's Deathrite Shaman, Blood Braid Elf, Dark Confidant, those are all targets. And with your Relevant Resistance, you can even get a target.
Yeah, and how do you feel about cards like Silveira Vortex in this match? Those are his main deck, and if there's the ones on the sideboard, if you're not boarding him in, does that mean you're boarding out the ones in your main?
I can kind of take it with Steve in the matchup. On the play, I think the creatures in Kenny's deck are pretty solid against John because your Goblin guy gets to connect at least once, often don't connect twice. When you're on the draw, the creatures get much worse because Alex is able to defend himself with things like Tarmogoyf and Lightning Bolt and so on, a lot more efficiently. So it's one of those situations where on the play, I like even my creatures. So things like Sulfuric Vortex, which are marginal, often either stay on the sideboard or you're not adding, you have one in your main, you're not adding any more on the sideboard. And on the draw, some of those effects become a lot better, simply because your creatures get much worse.
Setting up for game 2 here.
I do side out my Goblin guys a lot. If anything, I'd probably narrow the side for down 2 often. But against a deck like Judd, a lot has to go right for the Goblin guy to matter. Especially when you're playing against Deathrite Shaman, your creatures are additional lives because if they die, then you have to care about Deathrite Shaman a lot more than you do otherwise. So to leave in your creatures against removal type decks with Deathrite Shaman like Judd, you need to make sure that those creatures really hold their weight. And Goblin Guy, Island, the Greatest Ripple, Mancer, their ceiling against Judd is pretty low.
Now, how do you feel about this? Because here's what I've done when I played first, but I don't master Goblin Guy on the play, you might want to keep in because that turn 1 one goblin guy who hasn't played Magic yet. It's just so complicated that I want to have that, but I really don't want him on any other turn.
That's a pretty good handle. Also, there's something about a critical mass of creatures. When you have a lot of creatures in your deck, you know, if one creature dies, you still have another creature, that's great. When you're already at the place where you're boarding out some other creatures because they're not efficient in matchup, even if your remaining creatures are good for the game, your opponent still has their replicates of their bolts or whatever, and they get to line up pretty efficiently. They have their 8 creatures, and the creatures don't even have all this upside to even survive. So once you're in the position where you're boarding out some of your creatures, it's usually correct to try to bail on most or all of them to try to dead your opponent's creatures.
Muito ótimo.
You have to keep in some of them. You want to go with 11 cards.
He doesn't have enough cards to bring in. You know, he only has, he has 50 sideboard cards. 2 of them are creatures to begin with, 2 of them are red black. So already he has to leave in some of them. But
And your favorite one in this matchup would be Eidolon?
Grim Lava Mancer. Combat can get rough against them because they are so good at blocking. And they are capable of damage racing, so the Eidolon triggers that you generate do matter because they have both and one range.
Lava Mancer can also hold up without
And if they're, you know, they're blowing up the top points, they can make removal spells for Death Red Shamans. It's the best of the bunch, but still, because they have so much removal, it's whenever I have a Grim Lava Mancer go and check against John, I feel like I got very lucky. It happens, but it's great.
Beating the game in a second.
So the matchup is generally very solid for her in my mind, but it's not as favorable as some of the very non-basic land-heavy Delver of Secret strategies. So even though Judd is still the spectrum of positive matchups, because they do have better pressure and because they do have basic lands like tokens, unlike most Delver strategies, the matchup isn't quite as good as it is against most of the teams.
Remember, now you mentioned the competitor in our last invitation was top 8. That determines who's in the Players' Championship at the end of the year. That invitation was won by Tom Ross to beat redo in the finals. He cast up the players in the finals of our other invitation. So we go back to season 1. We had our winner of the invitation was Darren Sheets, who set the first player in our Players' Championship. Brian Broughton, who we saw on camera last round, he locked up one of the first Players' Championship slots all the way back in March.
Yeah, Darren Sheets would win in the Invitational during the league and win as per deadline. Brian Broughton win. The front leader once William Huey Jensen sort of received a little bit from playing in the Open Series and was able to stay in season 1.
The second season went on and we saw Tom Ross win his first week's invitation. Chris Van Meter ran away for the blue cross with the point lead as he carried that one all the way up to the invitational. Tom Ross winning that one with Boss Fly at the invitation.
A signature win in the standard portion with Boss Fly and absolutely efficient lead. Mono red 18-17 land deck. Chris Van Meter, a dominant performer over the Open Series throughout the first 2 weeks of 2014 and the back end of 2015.
The third invitational, Tom Ross wasn't done with his dominance. He won the previous one in standard. He won this one in legacy. Joe Lissette held up Alex Bertschy to be the point winner. But Tom Ross can't be in the tournament twice. So that invitation passes from Tom Ross now to the runner-up, which is Reed Duke. His 3-1 Red Miracle deck, which made it to the finals, earned him spot number 6 in the Players' Championship.
I'm sure Reed would have liked to win that match, but qualified for the Players' Championship, nice consolation prize. Had a really rough matchup when he affected the finals and wasn't quite good.
Back into your match, we're underway here. Kenny on the play with the turn 1 of Grim Lava Mancer. Alex Thomas with the Death Red Shaman. So Kenny has the Searing plays. Fourth and green for the Shaman. Now, so after Eugene, one of the better cards in the matchup. He's on a 5-card hand and not even sure against a creature.
It's one of the best cards in the matchup when you have creatures. Until then, it's just yet another mulligan.
Indeed. All right, that group from Kenny, he has Grim Lava Mancer. Looks like he's going to add a second one. Grim Lava Mancer with Alex down to 15. Taking damage rather slowly, but Alex needs to find a game plan himself if he wants to stop the attack.
Playing the second Lava Mancer there, you're a slight risk if Alex has a maelstrom. There's typically one in the main deck of the list.
Alex is playing the one. Possibly decide that
Acho que era muito inicial fazer
I
zero.
think
Fazia dois
it's not great. It's one of the lower end cards, but it's not possible.
Já acabaram de falar?
Tinha um terreno
Really
na mão.
against a deck like Bruno's, don't show the cards you don't really want to see in the matchup.
Tipo, era
Alex is
infinita
going
coisa.
to pass the one of Maelstrom home. So, as you mentioned,